I looked at my hands and they look new.
You're an idiot.
My feet did too.
Okay. Well, single in 24. Here we are today. God bless America. I got the brethren with me. We got Apostolic Power, and we got future senior pastor Marshall Ray Lewis. Let me put that third on there. So we are going to talk about gratefulness. That's what this episode is about. So Apostolic Power, kick us off. Gratefulness in your single season.
Gratefulness in your single season. Gratefulness shouldn't just be, of course, in your single season. I think gratefulness is a tool or thing that's needed for every season, but particularly in singleness. What you appreciate in singleness, you'll appreciate in commitment. What you value there, you'll value in the future. If you value and you're grateful for the things you have now, when you get to that place of commitment, when you get to that place of covenant, you won't just value them for them, but you'll be grateful for who they are and what they bring. Oftentimes all we look at is what is given to me, but when you're grateful, you'll start to look at what is given to we. What is given to we. Yeah. Oftentimes we look at what is given to me, but when you're grateful, you'll look at what is given to we. I'm grateful for, this is just for my fellows, I'm grateful for how she cooks my eggs. I'm grateful for how she does the simple things. And then when you make the simple things extraordinary, then you'll realize that you can be grateful in everything. And the Bible says, in all things give thanks. That just simply means in everything, find something to be thankful for. In every season, Jesus found something to be thankful for. On the cross, he found something to be thankful for. He thanked the thief for being by his side. One less soul he had to go to hell to get. So, in every season, be grateful.
Go ahead.
Oh, the blood. That's a benediction. No, so to Apostle's point, when he started talking, the Lord started talking to me about musically. We're talking about singleness. Musically, there's a thing called singles, and singles are what you put out they're basically really promotional tracks to get you to buy the album. And you have to have what's called singles of gratefulness while single.
Yes, sir.
Because the single is what you put out, the album is how they come in.
Yes, sir.
So the album would be the marriage, but your single is this is what you get. This is why you should come make this album or listen to this album with me. So when you are single, you have to Marvin's point, you have to be grateful to God for being just with you.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to say, I'm only going to be grateful when God sends them their significant other. But it is unwise to be grateful that God sent you somebody without being grateful that God sent you. I'm going to say that one more time. It's ungrateful to be grateful for God sending you somebody and not be grateful for God sending you. Because if God is not sending something to you, he's sending you to something.
Yes, sir.
So God may have not sent you the wife, but he did send you to the nations. He may have not sent you a husband, but he did send you to start the business that he told you to start. Yeah. Not so that you might gain monetary gain as one of the number one things, but that you might show Christ through what he has given you. So you need to show singles of gratefulness. So where do we see your single of gratefulness in your life? And if you have no singles of gratefulness, why should somebody buy the album?
Now talk to us about gratefulness in marriage. He's married.
Gratefulness in marriage. Oh, Jesus. Don't tell me you're grateful if you don't compromise. Compromise is the pin on the composition of love. Okay, one more time. Compromise is the pin on the composition of love. And what that simply means is, in everything we write, and when we're writing our story, I'm so grateful for her opinion that I can put mine to the side.
Absolutely.
I'm so grateful for her being here that, and it's not making that person your everything, it's reciprocal. Because the only reason you can't sacrifice for who you're not grateful for.
Yeah.
Back to Apostle's point. Jesus dies on the cross, but he does it gratefully.
Yeah.
His gratefulness is that I'm going to have my bride. Because I want my bride to wear a veil. So one must be ripped because it's the wrong bride. So gratefulness is appreciating everything that your God-given spouse gives you. Now watch this. It's a difference between the spouse you picked and the spouse God gave. The spouse God gave, when you're ungrateful for what the spouse God gave you is giving you, you're ungrateful to God for something that you prayed for. And for my men, you dishonor the seek and the find by being ungrateful for what you found.
Yes, sir. I've got one thing for you. Gratefulness is a posture. You can't see the rug that is beneath our feet, but at least 3 times a week, and I'm saying at least, I'm on my face in the morning when it's dark and when it's quiet, because I have a posture of submission, and you cannot get a posture of submission without being grateful for who God is. So if you are single in your season, I want to challenge you in your daily posture. If you are not on your face seeking God, you aren't grateful. If you aren't on your face seeking the master's plan, you aren't grateful. If you do not put God first in every single thing that you do, you are not grateful. And don't tell me otherwise. Single in 24. I love y'all.